Welcome to Big Vile Opinion. Moderators, with my permission, any negativity in the chat should be hidden from this channel. This channel is a negativity-free channel, drama-free channel, and we are here to push the message out. We will not be distracted. So with my permission, any negativity in the chat should be hidden from this channel. Welcome to Big Vile Opinion Platform.
And I just really want people to know, I appreciate anybody that's helping me. I appreciate anybody that's helping me. A lot of people have been there for me. I just don't want people going back and forth, being mad at each other because one person did this for me and another person did that for me. That's what the devil wants. He wants to cause confusion. That's what these people want. They want to cause confusion. And confusion ain't gonna do nothing but keep me in here. But the real thing here.
I can feel his club, yeah. I can feel his drink, yeah. I can feel a good vibe coming over me. Oh, I can feel a party, yeah. It's somebody's birthday. Happy birthday. I can feel a groove, yeah. I feel a DJ, yeah. I can feel joy. I can feel trust around me. I can feel people, and I can feel the love. And it's all in the air tonight. And it's all in the air tonight. It's all in the air tonight. It's all in the air tonight. I can feel a high, and I can feel a shot. Oh, I feel all the ladies in here looking so hot. Oh, I feel them on top, yeah. Just like a good day. Oh, it feels like everybody is happy, and it makes me feel great. Oh, and it's all in the air tonight. Yeah. And it's all in the air tonight. Yeah. Oh, it's all in the air tonight. Yeah. Oh, it's all in the air tonight. Oh, so come on, let's stop all this hating and let's start celebrating. Life is too short for all this drama, pain, and madness. Let's have drinks and party up until we see the morning. And let's make a toast to change, cause I feel it's coming. And it's all in the air tonight.
Yo, what it do? It's your boy Big Vile Opinion back with another live video. Whew, man, today. We got some interesting things going on here today. What's up, Sierra Johnson? What's going on? Y'all see the title. We ain't gonna be in here long, but we're gonna get right to it. R.Kelly, Barry Hankerson, the infamous tape. You know, I'm gonna need y'all come out the bushes, man. Hit that like button, hit that share button, sub to the channel if you haven't already done so. I'm gonna need you all participation in the chat today because we're gonna have to go back a little bit to get to where we're going tonight with this live. Shout out to everybody out there that's doing their thing out there. But what's up, Regina? I see you in here tonight. This is gonna be a good one right here, y'all. I'm telling y'all. Cause I came across a live today a little bit ago, I came across a live on over on Art of Dialogue. You know, I came across a live over on Art of Dialogue, and I felt as though I needed to talk about this because this is something that's, you know, we've heard about this story. We've heard this story on countless occasions and so many versions as it pertains to this tape. You know, we've heard Lisa Van Allen. You know, I'm quite sure everybody in the chat uh, can speak to what they heard Lisa Van Allen say. We know Lisa Van Allen was the first one who originally stole uh, tapes from this tape bag that Mr. Kelly carried around. Um, Lisa Van Allen talk about it. You know, she talks about it in interviews over on Vlad and other platforms she's been on, saying that she went in the bag, stole the tape, but she only wanted the tape that had herself on it, whatever the situation may be. We've heard that. We also got this guy here. Let's see. Hopefully y'all can see this. Shout out to Prima Donna. We also got this guy here, Mr. Freeman, that told the grand jury he found the videotape in the man's house after looking through a bunch of videotapes in the house. It had a label on it that said the girl's first name in R.Kelly. Freeman said he did not say that like that, even though it is written. So now, this is a second person talking about finding this tape in a bag of throughout these tapes or whatever. This is the second person. So as I was over on Art of Dialogue, I was listening to this guy. I don't even know who this guy is. I don't know who this guy is, but he was speaking, and he said that he made allegations of being hired to do a job. You know, and my understanding is, you know, how three different people steal one piece of evidence. The same piece of evidence. Three different people is claiming to have been the one who got this evidence. I mean, we listen to Lisa Van Allen and what she had to say as it pertained to it and her reason for doing it. Chuck Freeman reason for doing it. He said that he was hired to do it. Also, you know, we go back to Chuck Freeman. You remember this? Y'all remember this? Y'all remember this? This alleged agreement between Chuck Freeman and Jack Palladino when Chuck Freeman was hired and to retrieve these tapes or whatnot. But it's so crazy that Chuck Freeman, when he signed this agreement, how did Jack Palladino sign it in 2001, but Chuck signed it in 2000? Also, you got Chuck Freeman here. Chuck Freeman again. Brinley said that Jack Palladino, who died in 2001, kept detailed notes that said Freeman approached him. Kelly hired Jack Palladino to deal with you because you were calling him saying you would get sex tapes, so he could see what was out on the street, Brinley asked. Brinley winded up, points out that Kelly employed Palladino, a famous investigator of celebrities, and Freeman had said Palladino already had the name and address of the man they believe had the tape, but sent Freeman. He said you, a t-shirt salesman, to go get the tape, pretty much. Freeman's job was he was printing t-shirts and shit, selling t-shirt merchandise back then. He was a merchandise seller. Okay, so we're gonna move forward to this guy talking about retrieving this. Let me see. And I mean, some of this stuff, man, when you hear it, it just hold on. Hold on. Some of this stuff, when you hear it, it just like, you know, so this is the guy, of course. This is the guy who said he was hired by Barry Hankerson to do a job. So let me get this situated. Hold on, y'all. I gotta make sure I don't get I ain't trying to get flagged. Okay. So y'all see the guy? This guy with the hood on is the guy who's gonna be doing the talking. I'm letting you guys see him because I'm gonna put this picture back over this, and we just gonna listen to what this guy said. Alleged that he was hired to do a job by Barry Hankerson.
Actually, right? Because I was reading one of your books, and you revealed that you was the one that took R.Kelly tape, the tape he had with the underage girl. What's the backstory behind that?
Nah, yeah. Jermaine Atkins wrote that book. Jermaine Atkins wrote that book.
I had to stop it real quick because you can tell this guy has been watching a little bit too much of Charleston White, man. Soon as the guy asks him a question, he hits the Charleston White. Yeah. Well, let's go, man. Let's go.
But you was the one that took R.Kelly tape, the tape he had with the underage girl. What's the backstory behind that?
Nah, yeah. Jermaine Atkins wrote that book. Jermaine Atkins wrote that book. Through the grapevine, it was always known what happened with that aspect at hand, But R.Kelly, he was kind of known in the industry for doing a lot of the man is amazing, but within that, there was a lot of issue with Barry Hankerson and Aaliyah, God bless her dead, and Barry Hankerson felt some kind of way. So he knew already, hey man, that man got some shit in his duffel bag. Get that and get it to me, man. So we try to get him, you know what I'm saying? Book him. He got booked with Game to do a song, a video. Yeah, he got booked with Game to do a video when he got in Miami, South Beach. When he got booked there though, Kels be saying some crazy shit. You ever seen a shooting star hang with a star? He just come by and go. So is that when he booked Game though? Yeah, when he booked Game, he wanted a boat Game get his own boat. He come and meet me at this boat, and we meet at this boat. So I'm there and I'm trying to see how the fuck I'm gonna get this here. You know what I'm saying? Got my man Teeth wearing my cock with me. I'm like, man, I gotta get this, man. So we do the little show and all that, whatever the video, but nothing come to fruition. It don't happen. So Kel's having to go a little run in Florida and go to Fort Pierce. And when he go there, I holler at my man in Pakistan. And now he in Fort Myers. I holler at my peoples in Pakistan. So them Haitians like, boy, I got him, don't trip. So he doing a little concert for them and he coming out with a duffel bag. So he come out with a duffel bag. T-Frey get him, pop, pop, grab that the duffel bag, pop. Get in the car, I pull off. I know he like, God damn, they don't want nothing else? Cause it's like 50.
So he say they grabbed the whole duffel bag. They grabbed the whole duffel bag that was allegedly full with tapes. They grabbed the whole duffel bag that was allegedly filled with tapes. But he did say something, as he continued to talk. He talked about the tapes being mass produced or whatever the situation may be. And that goes to some of the things that was talked about during the trial when the guy was the bootleggers, Keith and this guy Chuck. They were the bootleggers. They were the ones who were bootlegging and putting the bootlegs out, whatever the situation may be. But it's so ironic. I mean, you steal a whole bag and you steal a whole bag just for one. So you mean tell me Barry Hankerson, he had consideration when it came to other tapes that were in the bag versus this alleged tape that Barry talks about? And then how would my question, the biggest question that I'm having is how was the tape in the bag if Lisa Van Allen stole the tape and gave it to Keith and Chuck? Lisa Van Allen said she stole it, gave it to Keith and Chuck, and then this guy said he stole it and gave it to Barry. Something ain't adding up. And it came out in court, there was something that did come out in court, that they admitted to that. The feds, this is from the transcripts, the feds altered and manipulated, and it said at those relevant, let me get this up bigger. At those relevant times, at page 3, the government even admits that they received multiple versions of video 1 and that some of them are altered and manipulated. And ID at 2, HSI agent made digitized versions of some of those copies. Now that right there is a violation, because if evidence come in in the form of a tape, you can't take that tape and turn it into a CD or put it on a flash drive, that's called tampering. That's tampering with evidence. That's tampering. Um, then it says the Homeland Security did not explain what versions the agent chose or why those particular versions of the video were chosen. They never the Homeland Security agent never spoke about that. You know, but the biggest question I have is how did Lisa Van Allen steal? She said she stole this tape, when she was at Mr. Kelly's home and the bag was sitting down and she went in it and she stole it. So how did this guy steal a bag and had the same tape? Like, come on. It's these narratives that's pushed and spin. But for people who've been here, people who've been following this case, and people who've been watching along and watching and following these cases, we have to understand when you're listening to this is something totally different. How about what if Jennifer Bunjean got a hold to this story? You know what I'm saying? Because the government used Lisa Van Allen in court, they used Charles and Keith in court. What if Jennifer Bunjean got a hold to this? And this guy is saying that he was hired by Barry Hankerson, which was an ex-manager of Mr. Kelly, to retrieve these tapes, and he retrieved the tapes. He stole the tapes and retrieved them and gave them back to Barry Hankerson. So would this be some wouldn't this be something for Jennifer Bunjean to look into? Because that means the government lied. That means the prosecution lied. If this man is being truthful with what he's saying, that means the prosecution lied. Because now you got one person saying she stole the tape, and now you got another guy saying he stole it. How could two people steal the same video? Then you got another guy say he retrieved it from Atlanta. He went to a random house and knocked on the door, and they told him it was in the back. And right, what about the tape? The fact, now that this guy is saying this, right now with Fat Boy, Jim Derogatis, now that this guy is saying this, so it seems like when Sparkle was fired, when she was fired and went to Barry, trying to get on with Barry, Barry must have gave her that tape to give to Jim. That's how Barry was able. He used Jim Derogatis for the media publicity. Sound like if this guy's being truthful, and only way we would know if he's being truthful is if he's polygraphed or put under subpoena or whatever the situation may be. Somehow it comes around to that to testify to the truthfulness of what he's saying. If he in fact did what he's saying he done, and then snatched the whole bag of tapes and gave it to Barry, and Barry was the one in control of these tapes, then there goes the question that you have to have when it comes to everybody else involved. Because when it came to court, how was the main person who was behind the tape not was excluded of being a witness? How could you have these guys who where this guy that's on this podcast talking right here, him and Barry are important people when it comes to this what they say, chain of custody. When it comes to the chain of custody of this tape, this guy, if what he's saying is true, then the government didn't do their job. They didn't do their job. Somewhere, right, Sierra, some not adding up. Right, she's supposed to got paid for the tape. Okay. So Lisa Van Allen was supposed to be got paid for. How did this guy get paid for the same tape? He stole the whole bag, he said.
But nothing come to fruition. It don't happen. So Kel's having to go a little run in Florida and go to Fort Pierce. And when he go there, I holler at my man in Pakistan. And now he in Fort Myers. I holler at my peoples in Pakistan. So them Haitians like, boy, I got him, don't trip. So he doing a little concert for them and he coming out with a duffel bag. So he come out with a duffel bag. T-Frey get him, pop, pop, grab that the duffel bag, pop. Get in the car, I pull off. I know he like, God damn, they don't want nothing else? Because it's like 15 of them. But it's like, this the only shit that got taken. He was well known about this private bag. But motherfuckers just be on joke time. Everything in that bag, boy, the shit that was rumored around him. So, got the bag, VHS, and shit. I remember I said, man, what the fuck wrong with this nigga? And, like, man, I don't know what's going on, but hand this shit to Barry Hankerson, and Barry like, boy, that shit was bootleg out everywhere. It was bootleg out everywhere, and I closed my last year in federal prison with Kelly. We talked about it, we chilled, and
Now, do y'all really believe? I don't know, man. I can't say that this man is the motherfucker behind stealing this whole bag of tapes. And him and Kelly, do you know what stealing this whole bag of tapes has cost this man as far as career wise? Do you know how much trouble, how much of a headache you have caused this man? And you say that you did your last stretch in federal prison and you and him was talking about this shit. You think this man want to be talking to you and you partially the reason why he's in prison allegedly? I mean, if it was me and I know you took my shit, I'll be getting more time added on to my sentence. What up, V White? So you really just, I mean, for people, I know the people who've been here and the people who's been around and the people who's been watching and paying close attention to what's been going on. When you hear shit like this, it makes you think, because you done heard so many different versions of how these tape got out, or how somebody got the tape, or what happened with the tape. Hawk, what's up with it? What happened with the tape? How the tape got out? This, that, and the third. But now you got a whole nother person saying that he retrieved the tape and he gave it to Barry Hankerson. Then you got Keith. You got Keith, $1 Million Keith, who said he didn't turn the tape over when he went and got it from somebody's house in Atlanta, because the police wasn't going to give him $1 million. Then you got Lisa Van Allen said that she gave it to her boyfriend, Keith, to hold on to it. Like, come on, man. Come on, man. And yes, he did have they were trying to get tapes back. They were trying to get tapes back. So was this the guy who was getting paid? I wonder, is this the guy who was getting paid for giving the tapes back? You remember they called and they asked for a certain amount of money from Kel's managers. The guys who had the tapes, remember they called and they requested to get paid what, 200,000 or something like that? Wasn't it to that nature? They wanted 200,000 for the return of the tape or whatever, and the guy said the R.Kelly manager at the time told him that they would give him 100,000, and then once they they wanted to make sure that the tapes wasn't that it wasn't no copy or whatever the situation was. So, or they wanted to make sure that tape hadn't been copied, in order for them to get the other part of the money. This is what came out during the trial. So it's like now is for me, there are questions. He said it was 15. He said it was about 15 tapes in the bag that he stole. It sounded like he said. Let's see.
This private bag, but motherfuckers just be on joke time. Everything in that bag, boy, that was rumored around him. So got the bag, VHS, and shit. I remember I said, man, what the fuck wrong with this nigga? And like, man, I don't know what's going on, but hand this shit to Barry Hankerson, and Barry like, boy, that shit was bootleg out everywhere. It was bootleg out everywhere, and I closed my last year in federal prison with Kelly. We talked about it, we chilled, and he's still amazing, singing to the boy, a little run in Florida, and go to Fort Pierce. And when he go there, I holler at my man in Pakistan. And now he in Fort Myers. I holler at my peoples in Pakistan. So them Haitians like, boy, I got him, don't trip. So he doing a little concert for them, and he coming out with a duffel bag. So he come out with a duffel bag. T-Frey get him, pop, pop, grab that the duffel bag, pop. Get in the car, I pull off. I know he like, God damn, they don't want nothing else, because it's like 15 of them. But it's like, this the only shit that got taken. He was well known by.
Now he'll say about 15 of them. But this the only one that got taken.
this private bag. But motherfuckers just be on joke time. Everything in that bag, boy, that was rumored around them. So got the bag, VHS, and shit. I remember I said, man, what the fuck wrong with this nigga? And you know, like, man, I don't know what's going on, but hand this shit to Barry Hankerson, and Barry like, boy, that shit was bootleg out everywhere. It was bootleg out everywhere, and I closed my last year in federal prison with Kelly.
I mean, there's some about that. A lot of that shit don't even make sense, man. But the major part is it. The major thing is that he said that he was hired. He was hired by Barry to steal the bag. To steal the bag. So when Barry hired him to steal a bag, they booked Kels for a show. They booked Kels for a show. And that's how they end up snatching the bag. Hold on, y'all, because I'm looking for some. Oh, right here.
So you're back in a relationship with R.Kelly, and I mean, he's essentially supporting you and your daughter now.
Yes.
Okay. At what point did you start going through his tapes and start finding some of the various tapes?
That was back in either 99 or 2000.
So that was before you actually moved.
Yes.
And came back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because at one point you actually started taking some of the tapes.
I just took one.
You took one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The and one I was that you were in. Right. Mm-hmm. I mean, I was in multiple, but I found that I just ran across one.
Now she took one tape. One tape she took happened to be the tape with R.L. on there. Then how did this guy take a bag and look at, and he said he looked at it and he like, oh hell no, whatever he said. How? Just how? I'm just trying to piece it together.
That I was in.
Actually started taking some of the tapes.
I just took one.
You took one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The and one that you were in. Right. Mm-hmm. I mean, I was in multiple, but I found that I just ran across one that I was in.
Okay. And why did you take that one particular tape when there's a whole bunch of tapes with you?
It's just only one I was able to run into at that moment. If I would have seen more with me on them, I would have took those 2.
Okay. And the tape that ultimately, came out in court later, was that one of the tapes that you saw during that time?
No, the one that came out in court is not. The people on the tape, I recognize them, but no, that wasn't one of the tapes that I looked at.
Okay. I mean, and we'll talk about that in a bit, but in that particular tape, there's like urination and stuff like that. Were you doing any of that stuff with him yourself or no?
No, he actually did ask me about urinating on me, on my butt.
She a fast thinker. Because when Vlad asked her, was the tape that's in question in the trial, was that the tape that she took? She hurried up and say, nah, she don't want no parts of that. So why you took a random tape for what? If the tape that's supposed to be criminal, with criminal activity, that's the only tape, or the man or with his wife. Why would you take a tape that has no value? Are you gonna pay for a tape that, if you're gonna take a tape, I mean, you just gotta use your common sense. If she gonna take a tape, why would she take a tape with just herself? That don't have no value, not to Mr. Kelly. That a tape with her wouldn't have no value on it, not to Mr. Kelly. It may have value to the streets, but it wouldn't have value on it to Mr. Kelly. Not the type of value that he would pay $200,000 for it. You got to make this shit make sense. She gonna take a tape, but she didn't take that tape with the alleged 14-year-old or whatever the situation may be. But she gonna take a tape and then she gonna hold it for ransom for $200,000 that has no value. I mean, I don't know, man. I might not just understand certain shit. I might don't get certain shit. It may just be the way that I think. Her saying she took a tape with herself on it is like a motherfucker say they going into a store and robbing the cash register and don't take nothing but the change and leave all of the dollar bills in there. What sense do that make? I'm gonna go rob a store and they're gonna open the register, but I'm gonna take the quarters, the nickels, the dimes, the pennies, and leave all the cash in there. You gonna go and steal tapes. You gonna steal a tape of yourself that don't have no fucking value to it whatsoever when it comes to this man. When there's tapes in this bag that have his wife, this alleged sex tape that was all over the world. Man, come on, man. You gotta make this shit make sense. That's why I don't believe this other guy either. I don't believe the other guy either. I don't think that Kels is finna come to do a show, as he said. Kelly was hired to do a show. So you mean to tell me he was on stage with the bag on his side the whole time performing? Right, Regina. I don't. I'm calling bullshit, man. But I would like to. I would like to get down to, I would like to know truthfully if Barry Hankerson in fact hired this guy to steal. Was that the truth? Did Barry Hankerson hire this guy to steal this bag? And why only leak one video to the public? If you stole a bag that was filled with tapes, why was it only important to leak one tape? You got a whole bag filled with tapes of a celebrity indulging in sexual activity, but you only choose to leak one tape. And the one tape that you leak is the tape that you could possibly go to jail for leaking because it involved child pornography. So, if what this guy's saying, he was hired to steal this bag, and he got the bag and he gave it to Barry, and next thing you know, the tapes was all over on the streets, which means Barry is responsible for putting this child pornography out in the streets. I feel it need to be questioned. I would like to understand that. Most definitely, right there. I would like to understand that. That's why I feel like this guy who's talking on art of dialogue, I feel like he need to be paid a visit, because if he's speaking truthfulness and what he's saying, that he stole that bag and he gave that bag to Barry, and Barry had these tapes, because when it comes to the trial, they said Lisa Van Allen knew the bootleggers. Why did they go around? They avoided speaking on Barry Hankerson. Now, when you talk about Jim DeRogatis talking about this anonymous source, and the only way that he could help Sparkle is if he had the tape, the infamous tape. How did Sparkle get the tape? So maybe he wasn't talking about protecting Sparkle. Maybe, just maybe, he was talking about protecting Barry Hankerson, which there has been something that I have been saying as far as this scheme go to steal Kel's money. When it comes to Barry, Jim DeRogatis, Sparkle, Demetrius, Darren McDavid, Susan Logan. The lawsuit scheme. Remember that? I mean, if y'all been rocking with me long enough to remember, I did the lawsuit scheme, which Demetrius Smith go out and find the girl, bring her back to Barry. Barry reach out to Susan. Susan reach out to Demetrius. Reach out to McDavid. McDavid pay out to Susan, Everybody get paid. They use Jim Derogatis for the media. Slander. Propaganda. It's a cold world. But yeah, they were. They were. We would start with this guy right here, Jim Derogatis, Barry Hankerson, Demetrius Smith, Sparkles, Darren McDavid, Susan Logan. So I'm not gonna hold y'all too much longer. I came across that video, and if you guys looking for it, y'all can find it on Art of Dialogue. Man, y'all share it, share it, share it, share it, share it. Because I need y'all to flag it, man. To ask to start the conversation. Start the conversation. How did all these people steal the same tape? All these people are trying to take credit for one tape. And this alleged tape was the start, was a big start to Mr. Kelly just legal trouble with these tapes, with this tape. Ain't no way Lisa Van Allen gonna sit here and try to get me to believe that she just took a random tape and you asking for $200,000. Nah, I'm not paying you that. What I'm giving you $200,000 for, for adult content. Let's say the shit didn't even have no value. That's why they didn't pay. They wasn't paying for that shit. When Kels hired Jack Palladino, he hired Palladino to retrieve the tapes of him with his wife, ex-wife, but it was wife at the time. He didn't go and ask them to retrieve no tapes with Lisa Van Allen. He didn't go and ask to retrieve no tapes with Roshona Landfair. He wanted to retrieve the tapes of him and his ex-wife. So it's almost an hour, man. I just wanted to come on real quick because I got work in the morning, and I wanted to share that with y'all and let y'all see. If y'all came in late, just go back, press the replay, and check out the video from the beginning and look at what we're talking about. And look at what we're talking about. And most definitely, man, if you watch this video, just leave a comment, man. Leave a comment and let me know what your observation is of the video and what you think and what your theory is according to the information that we watched on this live tonight. As it pertains to Lisa Van Allen, as it pertains to this other guy who's claiming he was hired by Barry Hankerson. I feel as though if this guy was hired by Barry Hankerson, how in the hell was Barry Hankerson not subpoenaed to come to court? Why was this guy not subpoenaed to come to court? You know what I'm saying? How could Lisa Van Allen, how could Keith Merrill, how could the other guy, Chuck Freeman, how could these guys be in there testifying to this tape that they're talking about when the tape that they're alleging it wasn't even CP. So I want to thank each and every one of y'all for coming tonight. This was a quick little live. I didn't plan on being on too long. I just wanted to come on and share this information with y'all. Go over to the Art of Dialogue. Go over to the Art of Dialogue and listen to what that guy has to say. And listen to what he has to say. I'm going to tell you, do what I did. This is what I did. I listened to Art of Dialogue. Then I went and listened to Lisa Van Allen. They're both talking about this tape situation. Oh, and it is something else I wanted to share with y'all before I got out of here. I wanted to share something else with y'all before I got out of here. I want y'all to see this, man. Eddie Griffin, man. Eddie Griffin, he told us a few years back. He said something that I found to be very critical. I mean, I feel like it was very interesting. Is worth listening to. I want y'all to hear what Eddie Griffin say when he say no black. Listen, he say, look, what it say? Black male stars don't leave this business clean. That's what the title say. Eddie Griffin on Bill Cosby. Black male entertainers don't leave this business clean. Listen to what he said though.
Because it's past the statute of limitations, so there's no criminal charge.
There is a systematic effort to destroy every black male entertainer's image. They want us all to have an actress by a name. Kobe raped a white woman in Colorado. Dr. Cosby raped 37 bitches and is still counting. Nobody leaves this business clean. Michael Jackson fucked little white children.
Michael Jordan?
Michael Jordan gambled.
Right. And then his dad got killed.
You understand?
They try to tie that.
You're not going to die clean.
I mean, so there's no criminal charge.
There is a systematic effort to destroy every black male entertainer's image. They want us all to have an actress by a name. Kobe raped a white woman in Colorado. Dr. Cosby raped 37 bitches and is still counting. Nobody leaves this business clean. Michael Jackson fucked little white children.
Michael Jordan?
Michael Jordan gambled.
Right. And then his dad got killed.
You understand?
They try to tie that.
You're not going to die clean.
I mean, everything that Bill Cosby.
So, I mean, it's some validity to that. So he named Bill Cosby, Michael Jackson, Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan. What up, Midas? Then you got O.J. Simpson. You got Prince. Now you got Diddy. You got Jay-Z. Look at Kanye. It's a systematic. Oh, we just was going over that, Tramiel. And I believe Eddie Griffin when he say that. It's a systematic effort that no millionaire, no successful black man leave the industry clean. Most definitely, Midas. But see, the forensic video analyst was a part of the first trial. And the forensic video analyst in the first trial said that the tape was doctored and it was manipulated. But the thing is, you can't come in, you can't claim you found a VHS, and then you get to court, it's a CD or a flash drive. That's called tampering with evidence. If it was a VHS, y'all better went got a fucking cassette player out the back, out of the evidence room, and played the goddamn actual tape. When that Homeland Security agent took that tape and digitized it to a flash drive, that tape should have never even saw a courtroom. Most definitely. If what that guy said on Art of Dialogue, if he was the one, in fact, hired to steal these tapes, and he gave it to Barry, and Barry was the one who got the tapes mass produced, then Barry Hankerson, you know, yeah, he need a visit. Barry Hankerson need a visit. He need to be looked at more in depth. So, man, look, I appreciate y'all for coming. I got an early morning in the morning and hate that I gotta go get off of here because this stuff can get real good and get real deep. Right, Midas. Somebody said this earlier. Bear need to be arrested for distribution of CP. Most definitely. From what this guy implemented, Barry Hankerson was the one who got these tapes dubbed, as they said back on the day. This guy is implicating that Barry Hankerson was the one who, man, oh hell, somebody say Denzel lip locking with me, man, get the hell. Oh man, I hope Denzel ain't went that way. I hope Denzel ain't gone. What's up, Love Live here? But I want y'all to go and check out, go check out the interview from Art of Dialogue and listen at what this guy's saying about being hired to steal the tape and giving the bag to Barry. Then I want y'all to go on Vlad and listen to Lisa Van Allen talking about stealing tapes out the bag and giving them to her boyfriend, and they try to extort kills that way. But if you say you got a tape of yourself is not worth extorting R.Kelly over. What are you going to get? R.Kelly, you're not even valuable to R.Kelly. So you stealing a tape of yourself and trying to extort kills makes no fucking sense at all. I'm just being honest. But I'm gonna try to get back tomorrow, man. And Right. Right, Mice. I'm gonna try to get back on tomorrow, and we're gonna do a part 2 of this. And I've been looking for a lot of my notes, y'all. I try to get a lot of my notes, from the court when they had this guy Chuck Freeman on the stand. I'm gonna try to find those notes from Chuck Freeman and the stuff that he was talking about as it pertained to the tape, and Palladino hiring somebody to help retrieve these tapes. And we're gonna put this shit together, because I feel as though like this is something that has to be done. You know, just because the court case is over with and different things like that, man, going back is like one of the best things you can do. Is to go back to the beginning, back to the basics of how all of this shit came about. And then you will find you'll start to see things that you probably looked over or didn't think was important at that point in time. And man, you'll be amazed by how much shit you missed. I agree, Barry do need to be in jail, man. Barry's a dirty, evil motherfucker. And he told Darryl McDavid. That's why I blame Darryl McDavid for a lot of shit. Because Darryl McDavid said that Barry told him that he was going to bring R.Kelly down. And Darryl McDavid didn't do nothing to stop it. So, I see y'all here tomorrow, man. Same time. Y'all be blessed. Until next time, it's your boy Big Val Opinion signing out, man. Free kill.